So Chris, let's talk a little bit about these instruments you've made for us.
Sure.
Specifically for use with the Project M.
Right.
This bass here is quite unique, and me and everybody else who sees it is really fascinated with it. Can you tell us just a little bit about sort of your thinking and what you did and what went on behind this?
Okay, well, I mean, this is a classic example of a very custom instrument. This is your bass, of course, and this is one where you came to me with a concept, and we evolved it from there. So the most noticeable thing about this bass, first off, is the shape. A very unique shape. Yeah. And it was, you had your reasons for this shape.
I actually designed this, not this one, but prototype preliminary models to this. I made 3 or 4 of them out of cardboard, and then I made 2 of them with no knobs, no pickups, just real thin, I think it was maple wood, basically to get this shape so it would fit on my lap, the neck still set up, not crank my hand here,
right.
Head no here, tuners down here so it's nice and strong and weighty, and everything kind of small so I can reach it.
Right.
And I was just elated when you said, sure, I'll make a real bass out of it. So that's what this instrument's all about. This has turned into this actual shape. We sort of lovingly call it the shark shape, and that's because the very first one that Chris made for us was for my daughter Sarah, and her inlay on the 12th fret is a shark, which Chris makes incredibly well, and there's a pick guard type thing here that's a big picture of a shark. This one is the trout. It has an inlay of a rainbow trout here at the 12th fret, and we've got a couple more that we'll show you here in a minute. One of them's called a sea turtle. This bass is a sort of second generation shark shape. Notice, pardon me?
That's right, it's gone through some evolutions.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about it, Chris, and what you had to do and all went into figuring out this bass.
Well, of course, this guy's a 5-string, strung with a high C. Again, being used for melodic playing. One thing that might not be instantly noticeable is that the body's actually bigger overall, which just helps keep some balance. Now, the other thing that's instantly noticeable, of course, is that one of the tuners is at the other end. The key to this particular bass is that it has the 5D tuners. And that became an engineering problem that had to be solved, and it seems to work pretty well. The D tuners in general are a very tricky thing to pull off, to have them really function. So one aspect that evolved was this general tail area. This one is much larger than the previous ones, and the key was to keep the strings straight, which worked well, and so far has done what it's supposed to do.
The inlay is so striking on this instrument.
Yeah, that one's cool.
The little sea turtle you made, and then Grant's logo, the little G Money logo, is so striking and beautiful. What a nice instrument you've made.